All right, welcome everybody to Late Night Gun Chat. A little earlier tonight. My wife didn't get much sleep with the babies last night, so I'm going to take the babies to Sportsman's Warehouse and spend her money and my money, or I mean our money, and keep the babies safe, and so she can get a nap. And so, welcome. If you haven't been to one of these, this is just simply your questions, my answers, and we'll do what we can and hopefully you'll like it. And if you don't, that's fine. You get exactly what you pay for with the advice I give you. Unless, of course, you give a super chat, then you get less than what you pay for, probably. So, usually start by shouting out the chat and saying hi to everybody who's here. So make sure you write in there. I can't see it, and I'm on the StreamYard program, so it takes a little while. So is what it is. So we got David Walcott. What's up, Chuck? What's up, David? How you doing? Trigger Bar Philosopher. Good little channel. It's got some stuff going on. Y'all check him out. We've got Gunpowder Beauty. Holy snickerdoodles, long time no see. Hey, I've been here every week. Where you been? All right. I've been here every week. Just about every week. Not every week, but just about. Keith Gregory, what's up? Old Spice One, what's up from Western New York? They're behind enemy lines. Of course, the ATF's making the whole country enemy lines, but yeah. Anyway, evening, Chuck. What's up, Alaska One, Andy? Hunter Kirk from Northern Idaho. And evening, Booger Dog. Great to see everybody in here. There's 13 people in here right now. Thanks for watching. So we just talk about what you guys want to talk about. I'm as tickled pink as I could be right now. It's tragic. My neighbor's husband died during COVID. He was elderly and they smoked, and he died. And they were vaccinated and everything, but she invited me over to look through his reloading stuff, and I paid $5 a sleeve for primers, which was the price on the primers. He was paying like they were old enough. They weren't so old that they looked like they were from the 1960s, but they were old enough that they looked like that they had like $2.25, $3, $2.75 on the sleeve of primers. And so I just paid her $5 a sleeve of primers and got a pound of Reloader 19 powder. So it was good. I got enough large rifle and large rifle magnum to last me a little bit. So is what it is. Richard Jones, how you doing? Moved in home renovation and 3 kids under 10 at this point. I'm lucky to know what date is. I understand that. I got 2 kids under 2 and under, or I guess 2 kids under 3 now. One's 2.5, but yeah, I understand. So, but I'm not mama, and they all want mama. Yeah, no, I told her if she wanted to, she could really get $8-9 a sleeve for those easy. More than that if she was patient, and she didn't want to rip us off, and she saw what he paid for them, and she saw what I was willing to pay her for them, and it's like that's that. So yeah, it was a good deal. Yeah, exactly. Exactly, John Gallagher. I agree with you. Super excited about that vid you gave us a Patreon today. Yeah. I hope you enjoyed it. Because yeah, it should be up for you to view. You should be able to view it. Yeah, if you're on Patreon. That's that. Now, this is a great question here. Thoughts on the FN pistol and 10 millimeter? I am kind of glad for more variety on 10 millimeter, absolutely, but I am skeptical on teething problems. Yeah, but FN doesn't have really a reputation for teething problems. So, I mean, I like FN. They just don't. They don't have they're not SIG. I never have liked the grip texture on their pistols. But I like the idea. I mean, hey, if I can get 22 or 23 rounds in that magazine and dump 23 rounds on a grizzly bear, heck yeah. So as soon as I'm able to afford one, I'll get one for the channel. That's one of the ones I'm looking at. It's not the first 10 millimeter I want to buy. I kind of want to buy that 6-inch 1911 Gerson because I think it looks cool and it looks like it's quality enough. We'll see if it breaks. But just to have one. But then I'd like if for an actual bear gun would be, yeah, I would do a FN. I think would be the one I want. I mean the Springfield XDM, the Glock Model 40, the Springfield XDM, right up there tied for the best in my opinion. And then maybe the FN's better. The SIG X10 is nice, but it won't feed 220 grain very well. So is what it is. Excuse my Starbucks. They make a great tea for sore throat. So, yeah, it was an amazing deal. And she's got some guns and stuff too that I want to get that I don't really know a lot about. There's an old Winchester 100 Model 100 automatic in 308. Yeah, I need to. None of them are in pristine condition, so is what it is. Yeah. Oh, Starbucks closet dem. Yeah, I know, I know, I know. But I was passing by, and I thought my wife would want something to drink, and she did, and I wanted something to drink that's good on the throat, and so I stopped by there. I mean, what business can you support nowadays that isn't closet dem? All right, other than a gun shop. Had to do it. God, until SCOTUS said it was unconstitutional. One of the doctors told me the third booster was experimentals, and I said, "Screw that." Yep, there you go, man. Yep, I'm telling you what. I'm glad I didn't take any of it because now they're coming out with all the issues. Look it up for yourself. I'm not going to talk about it, but it is what it is. True that. Are you doing a spring bear hunt? Yeah, I'm doing a spring bear hunt. I always do a spring bear hunt. I'm just not very successful. I'm not going with Chuk across the bay where we've been successful before because it's expensive, number one, and number two, it's kind of weird hunting with Chuk. He always brings his kids, and they drop my gun in the dang dirt. And yeah, I always do a spring bear hunt. Got a couple different plans this year. I'm probably gonna get my baiting license. I think that's the way to do it. Just make a bait station. So is what it is. So it is what it is. I have full body twitching after double vac. Government job said I had to. Do not ever get vaccinated. Anyone. There you go. And I don't mind vaccinated, stuff that's been around for a while, vaccinated for tetanus, vaccinated for, I had to go do that because I didn't know you needed a tetanus booster when you're 20. No one ever told me. And so I had to go do that because they thought my numbers were up and stuff like that. So, yeah. How anal are Alaska hunting laws? Let's just say you need a college degree in the hunting regulations, not just any college degree, in the hunting regulations to understand them. So that's that. Good evening. No reloading night. No, this is my formal chat, my informal chats for reloading. I've just not been reloading much with the babies. I'll tell you that much. So, yep, saw it myself, and I'm good so far. Even the doctor said I was healthy. Imagine my surprise on that. Healthy even after a few years of alcohol and fast food. There you go. So, as a parent with kids, when do you teach them the 4 rules to gun safety? 5 rules, and as soon as they can understand them. Because if they're going to be around my house, they're going to see a gun. My 2-year-old points at the gun safe and goes, "Dada, rifle! Dada's rifle!" He probably hears me through the floor right here because it's not an insulated floor, and he's probably going to repeat it in a second. So, yeah. So that's that. Do you usually attend the gun show at the Big Lake Ice Rink? I don't, but I might, Joe. When is it? Is it this weekend? So, wait, you have to have a license. Yeah, seriously. I don't think it costs you anything extra to bait. I think you just have to go take a course because there's some rules about how close to a highway you can be and how close to a house you can be. Because people don't want you baiting within 500 yards of their house because that means that bears now used to coming around humans and coming around and looking for the food and stuff. So, yeah, summertime. All right, well, yeah, I'll come around there. Probably going to sell the 22-250 since it didn't penetrate the body armor. So we started with their court guns. Just curious about another parent's perspective. Yeah, so I mean, I teach my kids right now, do not touch big boom boom, big owies. I mean, that's what I tell my kids right now. When they get to be more cynicism, more understanding, and start thinking through things, then we'll graduate it to our 5 rules of, Always point your muzzle in a safe direction. Always keep your finger off the trigger until you are ready to fire. All right. Know your backstop and what's behind it, you know, and then always check to see that your gun, always assume your gun is loaded until you have checked and verified that it is unloaded. And number 5, always wear hearing and eye protection. So, all 5 gun rules, need to be taught, and safety rules. So definitely there. Evening Alaskan ballistic. Yep. Depends on the kind of hunt. Natives have subsistence hunting, and as long as it has horns, it's good. And depends region to region. Yeah, there's so many regions. Yeah. I don't know if they did or not. I mean, people are buying them now and don't seem to have the problems, but it still gets to be a little ammo picky here and there. I do not know, Thomas Kennedy. I'm sorry, I do not know. So, after FJBs, yeah. Yeah, I really don't know. Are you the same one that I've worked with before, Thomas Kennedy? Is that you following me? I appreciate it. Yeah. I don't get very many followers from that. Yeah. Houston High School sponsors it every year, and it's usually pretty packed. And is it for like one of the Houston High School's teams? So that'd be pretty cool. At about 5 to 6, I told my kids anytime they wanted to see my guns, they had to ask. They got bored with it in 5 minutes, and it took the curiosity away. There you go. He made shooting bears in the dens illegal. Yeah, I think that was always illegal, unless you were native. I believe there's there was a tradition where natives did that. So basically, he was racist against natives. Imagine that, a Democrat being racist. Sports teams sell raffle tickets. It's fundraising. Cool. Had 3 daughters by 5. They were all shooting 22s. Had plenty of firearms in the house. None locked up ever. Some loaded. They knew all guns were always loaded. They are now in 40s. Some concealed carry weapon. There you go, Booger Dog. I like it. I like it a lot. So very good discussion. It's good to know. Okay, and as soon as my boy's language and brain and listening becomes more coherent, I'm hoping by age 4 he'll know his 4 or 5 safety rules, and probably hopefully take him out to shoot his 22 once or twice. So there you go. Seen a Remington 870 tactical for sale with a folding buckshot. Looks like a good shotgun to get. Agreed. Yeah, say it ain't so. Racist dim. Who'd have thunk it? Yeah. Who'd have thunk a Democrat was racist? I mean, they only owned the slaves. They only didn't want to free the slaves. They only started the KKK. Yep. Who's to say a Democrat is racist? Jeez. Just imagine the narrative. I have not looked at the Seikos for sale at Cabela's. If it's the S20, it's one of my favorite models, and if I could afford one, I would buy one. But I prefer to spend a little less money on a rifle and be able to put money into the optic. I prefer, I prefer like a $600 to $1,200 gun and put some money in the optic. So, very good. All right, from Moscow, Idaho. How you doing, Grizzly Crazy? It's good to see you. Yep. These are all from the 1950s and 60s. Oh, in the gun room? No, I haven't seen those. So, a Democrat that ain't racist like a unicorn. There you go. Absolutely not. Do not take your AR pistols and convert them to a free SBR. I don't know if you've seen the videos, but they said the system is going to get overwhelmed with 4 to 10 million people actually registering their pistols, and the system can't handle it. The background checks won't come back in time. You'll automatically get denied, and once you get denied, they have an enforcement rule, and if you were denied, they're gonna come to your house and take it. So it's a total trap. Guns and Gadgets put out a video on it, and this is the lawyers at Gun Owners of America saying it's a total trap. I'm telling you, if you're afraid of them coming to your house and telling you what to do with your rights and your guns, put a 16-inch barrel on it. Take the stock of the brace off, whatever you want to call it. Put a 16-inch barrel on it. Do that. Don't take the bait. It's not a free SBR. It's we've registered you, and now we can come take them since you didn't do it. So no, it's a highly illegal thing. Don't do it. Don't think about it. Is what it is. Feels like spring down there. Yeah, it's actually like 38 degrees and the ice is melting right now here in Alaska in January. Red Hawk 44, how's it going, man, from Montana? Hello, how you doing? This is Glock Gen. No, it has a Gen 5 barrel, so it has that marksmanship barrel. It's a little bit different, but they didn't really tighten the chamber support, so there you go. Unless you're here in Illinois, and now we're screwed if you didn't buy a 16-inch. Yeah, well, you guys gotta go oust your commie governor. Yeah, it's a trap. High of 60 and rain sideways hard today in Houston wide area. You talking about Houston, Texas, or Houston, Alaska? So, yeah, good luck with that. What do you think of the single shot CVA Scout rifle? I actually have one of their CVA Scout shotguns, one of those single shot CVA shotguns. I think it's a pretty decent little rifle, especially for someone like me who wants to do some caliber testing but doesn't want to spend a lot of money on guns for the channel. I think it'd be a great little gun. And it wouldn't be, I would prefer a repeater because I have big brown things that could eat me here in Alaska. So I prefer a repeating rifle, but for a deer stand gun, for bait station gun, for all that kind of stuff, for kids to learn on, there you go. Like, yeah, it's good. Houston, Texas. Gotcha. That makes more sense. This is Glock Gen 5 barrel out for use of cast bullets. I've only run coated cast bullets, and you can run them in a G4 Gen 4 barrel. I wouldn't run uncoated hard cast bullets, but coated ones, yeah, you can run them in a G4 Gen 4 barrel. Just don't run them. Just don't go shoot 17 boxes through it. Clean it after a little bit. So, yeah, there we go. Uh, 61 and mostly sunny here in Northeast Florida. Well, considering I haven't really bought a lever action, I hadn't really been looking at the prices. I've noticed on gun deals when I post over my links. And now, don't forget to go to my MeWe page and look at all that links and stuff. Especially when I do gun deals. If you just click on the gun deals, I get 30 cents a click. I'm probably not supposed to tell you that, but I do. I get 30 cents a click. You don't have to buy a thing. You can support the channel that way and just click it over and over and over again. All right, guys, if you want to support the channel, go to my MeWe page. When I post something that's listed at gun deals, click it like 5 times that day. All right, that'll support the channel better than anything else, to be honest with you. So better than Patreon, to be honest with you. No offense to my Patreon members, I really appreciate them, but I get $60 on Patreon, $55 on Patreon a month, and then I give out 40 to other creators, and I'm like down to making like 19, 17, something like that a month on Patreon. So, okay, out of all of these, the hardest to find is 338 Winchester, 375 H&H, and 375 Ruger about even. When you find one, you generally find the other. So, that's a good question, though. So, is what it is. But to answer your question, Thomas Kennedy, yes, when I see them, yeah, my kid is screaming. My kid is screaming through the air vent. We have one heater in the basement that has, just goes through the floor, so that's that. Anyway, But yeah, I've seen prices of lever actions. People willing to pay 1,700 for one of the new Ruger Marlins, and I'm like, nope. So yeah. So a question for you and anyone else that's the most cost effective muzzle loader for long range. I'm not a muzzle loading guy, so you might want to ask other people that. So that's that. Harder to find H&H up here in Fairbanks. Yeah, I bet. I bet it is, but I mean, I've seen it on the shelf here and there. So um, is what it is. Yeah, Thompson Center Arms has a cheap one. Yep. Oh no, I'm not emailing Pat RMG back. But I'm just not a muzzle loader. I figure like Thompson Center or CVA. I'm sure you can do any of those. That's that. Hello from Virginia. What would be your recommendation for a 10 millimeter brand? Glock Model 40. I'm gonna be honest with you. The Glock Model 40, the long slide, is the most comfortable and best shooting one I have. Yeah. I wish I had never sold my H&R Handy rifle. Man, I love my H&R Handy rifle. But I sold it because I needed money. I sold it pretty cheap, got money, and then I was good for a while. Um, my favorite wild game meat is elk. Who asked that question? But it is elk. Skylar Bieber. There we are. Bieber. Yeah. I haven't tried bison other than store-bought bison. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, other guns are good too, but I mean, my top ones I would put in right now would probably be the Glock Model 40 and and I like the Glock Model 40 better than the 20. It just shoots so much smoother with that longer, heavy slide. It just takes the recoil right out. You don't even need a muzzle brake, really, to be honest with you. So, is what it is. Tactical Futtery, you would like a cheap gun. High Points and Taurus Kings. You see how long range? There you go. How much of those are tactical? Yeah. Yeah. I just haven't gotten muzzle loading because that's that. Pop still has one in 4570. Yep. They're good little rifles, that's for sure. I did have to have mine sent out. Some work done on it, but it definitely did okay. So um I was looking at it. You can replace the triggers in them. You got to have one of the, what do you call it, a pin to take the place of your pin as you put it out when you put the trigger in. So you can replace the triggers on and make them really nice. Nice, man. Get those things out of your pond. They'll tear up your pond's ecology. You got one in 223. Yep. Not gonna lie, those. Yeah, I mean, yeah, if they work. So if they work, I can change states and can have higher performance muzzle loaders. Also, the odds of drawing a tag on a muzzle loader likely double or may triple odds of drawing a tag here. Hence why I'm thinking about it. No, that's a good idea. Yeah, and there's some good tags to draw for muzzle loaders and moose here. So I think you have to get certified with muzzle loaders here, though. Hello, what are signs of slight overpressure in my rifle other than reloads with a sticky bolt? Sticky bolt doesn't necessarily mean overpressure. It could mean you didn't shape the case right. Just so you know, I've done that. All right, that's how I know. Means that you didn't get the die turned all the way exactly where you needed to. And my 6.5 by 284 die is just you need like I ended up buying a Redding Precision so that I can turn it one little click at a time. Because if I turn it of a 16th of an inch too much, once I tighten it down and you hit turn that extra quarter turn, once you hit the shell holder, right, and you turn it that extra quarter turn, all right, if I'm 16 inch off this way or 16 inch off that way, it doesn't like it. My 6.25, it won't do anything. So is what it is. So other than that, cracked casings, split casings at the top of the rim, flattened primers, where there's a good portion of the not just the firing pin hole, but dented in more than what the hole is. So yeah, is what it is. Bison and muskox are good eating. Yes, they are. Daddy. I'm not your daddy. Yeah, double strike on the primers. Yep. Actually, traditional muscle loader into the modern style with pellets are cheating, in my opinion. Probably. Soft case, heads expanding. Brass with two heads, too large. There you go. Yeah, Howa is still making rifles. Yeah, they're making a ton of rifles. Look at the base of your case for flattened primers, ejector markers. There you go. Yeah. A lot of good advice in here. There's a lot of reloaders that know more than me. So good idea. Good ideas in there. But basically, blown primers, overexpanded cases. Even if you had stress marks in the case, so if you see a lot of up and down marks, especially in one part of the case and not the others, that's a case that's going badly. So yeah, a lot of stuff there. Yeah, Marcus, if you want to talk about Howa rifles, you need to go to For Bullets for Bucks channel. So here's what it is. So have you tried Axis deer? Best wild meat ever. Bought my Hawken 50 cal made in Italy mid-80s, deadly accurate, out past 120 with dead on hold, 90 grain FFG, 410 grain buffalo bullet. Sounds like you got yours. Nice. If you suspect pressure, measure your case heads if they're expanding back off. There you go. Yeah, that sounds delicious. Dull sheep backstrap. I've heard dull sheep is pretty good, so it is what it is. So anyway. Hold on a second. I'm texting someone back. Not very professional, but all right. Look at this. Look at it. It's come in the house. Look at the cat dragged in. It is Mr. Pat, real man of genius.
The artist formerly known as Real Man of Genius.
That's true. That's true. How you doing, man? It's good to see you.
Oh, doing well. Glad you finally caught me before I went to bed.
Yeah, well, I started about 30 minutes earlier than I normally do. So
yeah, normally it's like normally I wake up and I was said, "Oh crap, I missed his invite."
Yeah,
so that whole East Coast, far West Coast thing kind of does us a lot of in service.
Yeah, it does.
Or disservice, rather.
Yeah, it does. You know, whatever. If you're asleep, you're asleep. You probably need to sleep. and I'm probably jealous of you sleeping. I need to sleep too. So,
Well, you've got this 4-hour late lead on me.
yeah, I mean, I call it late night gun chat, and it's only 6:15 here. So,
Yeah. Well, you got to reach the East Coast, and hello, Skyler.
yep. Are you on Utreon? I am not yet. I have an account. But I'm not on Utreon yet. So,
I'm gonna have to get there.
yep. I was in Idaho before, and it's just a muzzleloader up there. Dog trailing flags is a challenge, and there's lots of muzzleloader hunts that weed people out, not willing to put up. There you go. Good man. I'm not a muzzleloader guy. Are you, Pat?
No, I've not been. Recent advances make me want to be. These 40 cals that can reach out to like 600 and 700 yards with accuracy, they entice me.
Gotcha. The best wild meat is tenderized with 50 BMG. So we've had an interesting discussion tonight on, what age do you teach your kids gun safety at? We've had what's the best wild game meat. So we've been what's a good muzzle loader, which is something I need to learn from. I mean, I'm not a muzzleloader guy, so I can definitely see the advantages. Oh, I got primers for $5 a sleeve. So,
Ooh.
yeah, I feel bad, but I don't feel bad. My neighbor, she's a friend of the family, and her husband died from COVID, not this past summer, but the summer before, and she asked me to come look at stuff and see if I wanted anything, and I offered her $5 a sleeve, and she said yes, because they weren't super old, like 40 years old, but they were old enough to have $2.25, $2.75, $3 on the sleeve, like marked on the sleeve. And so I told her, and I told her straight up, you could get $8 to $9 a sleeve for these, easy, more if you were willing to wait, and I go, is $5 a sleeve okay? Because I wanted to be straight up with her, and she said, yeah, $5 sleeve. So I was able to get large rifle and large rifle magnum primers, the things you cannot touch in Alaska right now. All right, with the 35 and 1/2 foot pole, and yeah. So I was happy. She's happy. She's got some spending money, and I got some primers, and probably gonna talk to her about some guns. So
I bought one out like that 7 years ago. And anyway, basically, I just showed up with some money. I had no clue. I'd been to this range with this dude for so many times, and he only brought out a couple of guns. I had no clue what he had. So when his widow called me, she said, Pat, bring some money. I need you to buy out his stuff. So I just showed up with X amount of dollars. And so I said, what do you got? And she started dragging stuff out. And I said, well, I only brought this much. And she says, I'm good with that. And no. I need to go get more. She said, no, I'm good with that. She said, if I bring 10 people in my house, they're going to kick in my front door. They're going to kick in my window. They're going to break through anything. They're going to take my stuff when I go to work Monday. She said, it's worth my just peace and solace to sell it all to you in one whack. So literally I showed up with $4,000. This was 7 years ago, and left with a big bunch of stuff. But like I said, she knew that if I only bought X amount and she brought 10 more guys, one of those dudes would break the front door down. So to her, it was just worth it. Send it, gone.
Yeah, I can understand that. So here's what it is. We got some new comments in here. Howdy, Pat. What sweet deals. All right, Trigger Bar, have a good night. Nice find on the primers. Yeah. Brian, let me know if you need some. I mean, I can, if you don't mind paying her $6 or $7 a sleeve instead of 9 to 10 at the store or the gun show. The large rifle and large rifle magnum primers at the gun show this weekend were $100 a brick, and I was kicking myself for not buying them. That's how rare they are here. $100 a brick for large rifle magnum primers. So Hunter Kirk, I still have primers with the $14.95 price tag for 1,000. Wow. I think you take the cake, okay? So, I'm on Rumble, Odyssey, the Reloaders Network. Yeah, but the problem, like Odyssey and the Reloaders Network, I was on Gunstreamer, but now I can't. All of a sudden, can't load anything on Gunstreamer. Like you can't. Like it's like the whole system went down for me, and I can't even reply to. Like I can't even hit the contact button and email them. It's weird. So is what it is. But yeah, I'm gonna start uploading to Rumble more. I got to do it, but is what it is. So
I went to my sister's house. My internet here sucks, so I went to her house to upload the video to my other channel since I'm nearing deletion. And I meant to upload it to Rumble, but it wasn't part of my normal, and I freaking forgot.
I understand. Yeah, there you go. All right, David Walcott, what gun are we talking about? The new Glock 20 or what? Obviously, if it's a little looser on the chamber tolerances, it feeds better. But it doesn't take overpressure well. It doesn't take high pressure well. It expands the cases too much, can bulge the casing where it's not supported. And so it's harder to reload. So is what it is. Be hunting hog and iguanas in Florida in March.
Hell yeah.
Don't use your Taurus Judge and have it break when a gator's going to eat you. Tactical Futtery thinks the Taurus Judge is the greatest gun ever. I've sent so many in for repair, like so many Tauruses in general, but particular Judges. It's just like, yeah.
By design, I just don't like them.
Yeah. Any in general. Oh, yeah. So, yeah, basically that's that. I prefer to have a fully supported case, David. It allows you to run higher pressure stuff. So, especially in 45, because then you can run 45 Super with the right magazine and recoil springs. There you go. Used to hunt the Pennsylvania flintlock season with the Lyman deer stalker 50 cal. Load I used was 100 grains of Swiss FFG and patched 490 ball. It was accurate and kills deer well. I bet it did. I did a tub faucet in the middle of COVID for a lady friend whose husband passed away a few years and charged her 100 round boxes of mini mag hollow point 22, 12, 100. There you go. Yeah, there you go. The Lee Bulge Buster kit works to reset on resizing 40 and 10 millimeter. I'm going to be honest with you. I've had no issues with my 10 millimeter Hornady eyes and casing shot from a Glock. So, yeah, that's true. But there wasn't any moisture. It was in a reloading room, no moisture. And some of them, I mean, they're not old. They're within 2 decades old by the packaging. If they were, if they were 100 years old, yeah, it'd be different, but they're not old. So I totally agree. Well, what you got? What new pews have you gotten lately, man? I haven't seen your channel. YouTube's not showing it to me.
Oh, I'm just getting book burned, period. I've been waking up every morning to a new email about something they removed from the channel and or another strike. It's been stupid. So December, it was hunting season, and I decided to just take the month off because, I make the same $400 or $600 a month off of YouTube, period, whether I post or don't. So anyway, I decided to take the month of December off and go hunting. And in the meantime, I've actually taken a full-time job handling social media for another company. But anyway, once I decided to reload or upload a video December 30th, I was hit at 1 a.m. with a channel strike. That gave me a week off. So that 7 days turned into 8, couldn't upload until January the 8th. Uploaded the video, and then just freaking all hell started falling loose. Channel strikes, videos removed, this and this and this. The only saving grace I've had is some of the channel strikes have fallen within the same 24-hour period. If you get 2 strikes in the same 24 hours, it counts as 1. So then I was ready to upload. I had the video ready. It was ready to go. And boom, they dropped it again. So another 2 weeks, can't upload. And so they've taken this hard stance against installing suppressors. So YouTube actually took this 180 degrees. The video they struck me for, I removed. I went lefty-loosey on a suppressor. They removed that video. And so I argued. I said, okay, you sent me an email, said installing a regulated item. Now it's 180 degrees. They do mental gymnastics. I removed a suppressor, got a strike. So then again, overnight, same 24-hour period, they removed another video. And it literally wasn't even a suppressor. I unthreaded the WIT Machine SME. That's not a silencer. It's not NFA. They hit me with another freaking strike. So 14 days from every occurrence is where I'm at. So it's stupid. Yes, I have new stuff coming up. I've got some big stuff coming up, but it was stuff I promised with people, you know, with my previous reach was 4.6 million a month. And I dropped a video on the other channel today and I got like 35 views.
Yeah. That's how it is. So
modern day book burning. People don't understand what history teaches them.
Nope, they sure don't. All right. My judge needed retimed after 1,000 rounds. I mostly used my own 15,000 PSI cast bullet hand loads unit. I sold it after I retimed it. There you go. That's how bad they are. Oh, you actually ordered a Smith & Wesson Governor, so now you know what a good gun feels like. Yeah.
Well, Taurus, actually, I think they just took their judge and did the executive grade.
Yeah, so executives suck. You know. So, I have not becoming affiliates for Harvest Rice freeze dryers. Not unless they want to send me one for free. I need a freeze dryer. That'd be great. Taurus customer service sucks. Took them a year to send a screw. There you go. Utreon seems pretty good. Just installed it today. I'll look at uploading stuff over on Utreon. I got an account. I have an account. So, and I know Hank Strange started doing his live streams wholly on Utreon. So, this is what it is.
I know I've seen some non-gun guys screaming that they're not getting the reach on Instagram and Facebook. And basically what it comes down to is they want the subscription numbers. They want the dollars. We're just trying to like get off a platform that doesn't like us.
Yeah. That's for sure. Pat, you scared several YouTuber employees that watched you screw them suppressors. They're probably still on paid leave for PTSD. Yeah, what were you doing? What were you thinking? Come on, Pat.
It was just part of my, like, I'm sitting here talking, just taking the suppressor off. I don't know. Just, it wasn't against the rules then.
No, it wasn't. And they changed the rules on you and then give you a strike. Total ex post facto. You know,
ghost, or wait, what is that? I'm not even a football dude. Guidepost removed or goalpost removed.
Yeah. Goalpost. You're talking to a high school football coach. You know, I've been doing that for forever. Yeah,
no, I've never done the sports ball thing. So,
yeah, understand. That is what they do. Yeah, and it's crazy. I mean, I'm surprised I don't wake up with that. So,
and the thing is, like, I've always left screwdrivers, tools. I always show up with everything installed on the gun. I leave it to the viewer. I've not done any gunsmithing.
Right. Yeah, it's definitely interesting. So. And whenever I do gunsmithing, I just put a yellow marker on it. Like I make it limited advertising. And YouTube's been fine with it. So
Doesn't matter what I do or don't do. My first channel strike came from an unlisted video.
that's crazy.
Unlisted.
Well, unlisted could still be found in searches, actually, and that's
Whoop.
why.
Doesn't matter. I did not make it public. In my eyes, if it's not public facing, it doesn't count, unlike their rules. I was actually in a high-level meeting Friday the 13th, and one of the YouTube insiders said that they have a set of rules that aren't public facing. So there is a whole set of rules that you and I have to abide by that we can't see.
Yep. Yeah. And David, you can find that stuff at Cabela's, man, or just order it online. Yeah. But nail polish generally works to fill in the cracks. Yeah, I mean, if you can afford to use that stuff up there, I'm a school teacher, dude. Yeah, we got hammered by snow in December. We got hammered. We got 4 or 5 feet. Now it's freaking 38 degrees and melting right now. So if I could afford to do some 4-wheelers and side-by-sides and snowmobiles, but man, even the used ones that I can afford are junk and project, for somebody who knows what they're doing mechanically, and I can barely change the oil in the damn thing. I'm just not that mechanical. So it is what it is. Anyway, guys, I'm gonna close it out a little early tonight. I'm gonna take my kids out shopping so my wife can get a nap. Yeah, that's for sure. Black ice, the most hated things on the road. So, guys, please understand. Got a family to do some stuff. I do have a video coming out tomorrow on some body armor. Guys, God bless. Take care. We'll see you at the range. Pat, what do you got to say?
Oh, just rock and roll. I got this new little channel, like sitting on 150 subscribers, thanks to those guys. Yeah.
There you go, man. Go check out. Hey, what's your new channel, Pat RMG2?
No, I called it Lever King, previously known. Lever King, formerly Pat RMG.
Okay, Lever King, formerly Pat RMG. Okay.
Yep.
Have a good night, everybody. Take care.
Y'all take care. Let's see you.
Yep. If you find primers, text me. 67 Rebel SST AMC, text me.